If you are a passenger in a car driven by a drunk and the drunk kills somebody, are you just as guilty? The trial of former State Police Sergeant Alfred Lovato may soon answer that question. He is charged with vehicular homicide as the passenger in a high-profile, fatal drunk driving wreck. News 13's Alex Goldsmith is in the Newsplex. Alex?
Dick, legal experts I spoke with today told me this is a very unusual case and one that could give law enforcement a big tool to crack down on DWI.
It just went like just loud.
It was an early November morning in 2008. Carlos Fierro was behind the wheel of his black BMW when he hit and killed William Tenorio in front of a Santa Fe blues bar. Police say Fierro's blood alcohol content was nearly 3 times the legal limit. Riding shotgun was then State Police Sergeant Alfred Lovato. Fierro said during testimony at his trial that Lovato was passed out.
And I looked at Alfred, and he was just, he was down like that, and I just started, hitting him. And I was like, Alfred, Alfred.
Fierro pled no contest to vehicular homicide less than a year later, but Fierro wasn't the only one charged. Prosecutors brought a vehicular homicide case against Lovato, too, saying he was also liable for the crash. Judge Michael Vigil dismissed the charges in April of 2010. Lovato looked like he was in the clear until the state appealed the decision, and last year the Court of Appeals ruled that the trial could go forward.
It's quite unusual in the law to charge a passenger in this kind of case. It could increase the number of prosecutions for people involved in DWIs, conceivably.
UNM Law School Dean Kevin Washburn used to be a prosecutor himself and says the state is using a creative legal theory to charge Lovato in this case. He says Lovato's possible lack of consciousness may not be the biggest factor in the trial.
Even if he was passed out when the accident occurred, the wrongful act in his case may very well have been encouraging the driver to drive.
Now, there is some precedent for charging passengers for vehicular homicide. The state appeals court ruled in 2009 that Patrick Marquez could be charged with the crime after he encouraged the driver he was riding with to drive drunk. The big difference in that case, Marquez had already pled guilty. Back to you, Dick.
All right, Alex. Carlos Fierro, who is in prison, has been ordered to testify at Lovato's trial. Opening statements set for tomorrow morning.